Well, a journey has to start somewhere, and mine starts here. This is at the entrance to the Granvosa Peninsula. I got the bus to Kastelli, the westernmost town on Crete, and that's the port of Kastelli over there, and I ran all the way here. Crete has a big peninsula at the top of the west side, a big finger of rock that sticks out in the direction of the Peloponnese. It's a protected area, as you can see, and I figured this was the best way to start the run in Crete at the extreme northwest side. So here we go. Here we are leaving Granvosa. I just climbed up this sand dune. You can go down the other side of the promontory, which is the west side, which is what we're going to do now. And I just met a friend of mine on Granvosa beach, quite by coincidence, which was quite nice. So off in this direction now. Okay, there's Balos in the background. This part is really rugged, very difficult to negotiate. The GPS track isn't quite right. There's bright blue splodges, but basically you got to climb up this sort of crest. There's a false path there which just takes you down to the ocean basically. It's very rugged. It's nothing but a cactus strewn goat path, and you get to this little saddle. Let's see what's over on the other. So it's a track that goes across the scree slope. Looks like there's a lot of clambering still to go, but then it gets easier landscape over there. Quite nervous about this, to tell you the truth. Quite nervous. Quite an intense section this, as you can see. Shit. One thing after another. It's 7:15 and that way's west. We're on the west coast of Crete. That was a really tough first day. That's Phalasarna down there. Lots of greenhouses, that's what you see, plastic greenhouses. The way down the west side of the Granvosa Peninsula is really tough. It's all like this and worse, much worse all the way, stumbling and slipping. It was raining, the rocks were very slippy. There was some four-limbed sort of climbing parts, and just when you think it's all over, it starts again, with ravines and ups and downs. It was unbelievable. Anyway, so 7:15. I have no idea what time sunset is. We'll find out tonight. Well, this is morning day 2. Tarp is set up at Phalasarna in an olive grove next to some goats over here. And the weather's not very good today. I was warned it'd be rainy today, and I'm going south. This is north, which looks pretty good. South is into the hills. It's going to get wet today, it would seem. It's 10 o'clock AM on day 2, and we're just approaching Sfinari, which you can see behind us. A little bit outside Sfinari on the way to Kabos, and a rare sight of running water at the side of the road. I remember coming here 13 years ago and this was bone dry. We've just come down from Kabos to the coast. Tried to come down here about 13 years ago, but I didn't have a good map and didn't know if there was any facilities, and I was very tired and carrying about over 20 kilos of luggage in a backpack. So this is what there is here. It's really very beautiful indeed. It's very quiet. Just this road goes through the olive groves, and there's just some naked coastline here. We made it to Peloponnese. It's 5:30 behind me. I've just almost run more than a marathon today to get down here, although I must confess I did actually walk a significant amount of the way too. So it's about 7 o'clock. We just had dinner in Pachnes, and now we're doing a recce of the route to Psiloritis, and depending on whether we find a nice spot, might actually camp somewhere out here. There's a little church, Ios Yanis, which is about 4 kilometres from here. Apparently it has a cistern, might be a nice place to camp. This is the kind of like Star Trek sort of landscape, I guess. A lot like California, which is where Star Trek was made, obviously. But just weaving through the labyrinth of sort of natural rubble here. Okay. So we've just entered Zaros, which in Greek means cedar forest, and we're surrounded by cedars and dunes. Quite, you know, quite gothic fairy tale roots. Not a soul here. It's a protected site. This cedar is very rare, and just the slushing, eternal slushing of the sea. And here's the E4 flashes and trusty sign. If only we could find some water, quite low on water, but I feel a couple of raindrops. Well, I needed water, but not only has this well seen better days, the last person, for example, used a safety helmet to get out water. There actually is no water in there. I can see what looks like a plastic bag and maybe some beer cans, so no dice. Well, it's morning of day 3. I just woke up at Zaros, mistranslated yesterday as cedar forest. It's actually juniper forest. And the sun's out today. The sea is sparkling blue. Quite big waves here. Went for a little paddle, and I am off this way this morning along the coast, getting to that promontory, and then over the other side there's a little road that starts, otherwise it's a track. There is the juniper tree behind which I slept last night, and that's the direction of Psiloritis. Beautiful sand, great beach this. The delights of this landscape. Very, very thirsty. It's supposed to be a church on this hill and a spring, but this is I guess 3-4 kilometres outside of Psiloritis direction Psiloritis. It's a good advertisement for doing this walk. Very beautiful. Very still, haven't seen anyone today. That just might be the best sound in the world. Little goat bells, crashing of waves, birds singing, a little flutter of wind, and your heartbeat. We're running quite fast over this dirt road. So we're on our way to Sougia via Lissos. A goat has lost her mother, who is over here eating. She's going to find her soon, which is nice. And we are Yali Yali, as they say in Greek, or is it Yalo Yalo? To be checked. Which means go and find your mum. Which means along the coast. We're walking along the coast. It's an adverbial construction. You simply say the word coast twice. That means along the, I guess. So anyway, here we are. And usual flashes of black and yellow, which you'll be familiar with from this morning, if not my other videos walking this path. Not sure what this is, but I suspect it is an orchid. I know that they're to be found in Crete. I think it's this time of year too. So I need to do some research about this when I get back. So for the first time since day one in Chania at the airport, I guess, here we can see the left gallery. It's up to about 2,500 metres, and that's where we're going tomorrow. So we're just at the far end of the Zaros gorge, and we're seaward bound, and this might be the first little look at the site itself. If we go to this little outpost place, which looks like a flat aloni or threshing circle. Yeah, it is. This is the first site of the place. Amazing. Can't see the temple. The temple's tucked under the rock, but that's the bay. Little churches there. Iconic site of Lissos. Well, climbing out of Lissos, saw the temple. I've already got about 6 videos of it, so I'll direct you to another one online. Can you hear that? It's a cicada in this tree. Cicada, it's mid-May and the cicadas are out. That's just how hot it is today. Unbelievably hot. I thought I was going to get away with not being burned. I get factor 50. And I thought I could take a short sleeve t-shirt with me, but no, it's too hot. At the bottom of the Lissos gorge, trying to put a brave face in it, but really I am terribly tired. I ran all the way to Sougia from Elafonisos. That is just incredible. So this is a little harbour here, and you see the striations there on the cliff wall. This is geological evidence of Crete's ancient sea levels. You see the striations just here. This part of Crete is rising, the other side is sinking. Well, the time is 7:30 on the beach at Sougia. Maybe this is the epicenter of my love of Greece. An amazing place, I've been here many times, and all of them, or mostly all of them, have been amazing. So this is the back of the beach where people are camping, and I've forgotten the word for this in Greek, but you build up walls and it's your little place. But mine is just to the right of the guy with the silver and yellow tent. It's a bit hippie-ish vibe. Sun's just going round over there. But it's just the way that it casts the light on these limestone cliffs. It's pretty impressive. So I'm really tired. I need to eat something and chill out, look at the sea for a while, and I might even have an early night.